Have you ever stopped to realize that the life you want never arrives because your mind is silently sabotaging every desire you have? In this video, you will discover the visceral secret that most people never perceive: how to align your mind, your vibration, and your perception to accelerate the manifestation of your desires almost instantly. You will learn how to master Thoth's law of mentalism and vibration, break the internal patterns that hold you back, feel each desire as real, and release invisible waves that reorganize reality in your favor. Stay until the end and understand how to transform scattered thoughts and emotions into an unstoppable power that shapes your life. Because every minute you lose without this knowledge is a wasted opportunity to finally claim what you truly desire. You think you're the one doing the thinking, but in truth, the mind you call yours is only a reflection of invisible patterns shaping every second of your reality. What you feel, what you imagine, what you accept as possible or impossible, everything is vibration in motion. And until now, you've allowed unconscious forces to dictate the rhythm of your life. Today, I'm going to open your perception to something most people never dare to understand. Your mind is the supreme key to turning desires into tangible reality, but only if you know how to operate the deepest principles of the law of mentalism and the law of vibration. Write in the comments right now: I manifest my truth without limits. And if you want to go deeper, explore the benefits and become a member. You must understand that nothing in the universe happens by chance. Every thought carries a frequency. Every emotion is a conductor of energy. Every unrealized desire is blocked vibration. Most people think wanting something is enough. It's not. Wanting without mental and vibrational alignment is like trying to light a flame with ice. To accelerate manifestation, you must train your mind like a bow. Every intention, every visualization, every sensation must become the tightened string that launches your reality into the dimension you want to inhabit. Imagine for a moment that every negative thought you carry is an invisible anchor, keeping your reality tied to a lower frequency. You think this is normal, but it isn't. That anchor cannot be ignored. It must be transformed. Observe your fears and doubts and understand that they are simply vibrations incompatible with what you desire. Every time you identify a fear and transmute it into clarity and conviction, you are literally tuning your mental field to become a magnet for what you want. The law of mentalism says, the all is mind. The universe is mental. This is not abstract philosophy. It is living science. Every external event is a direct reflection of what exists within you. If you're attracting scarcity, chaotic relationships, or missed opportunities, the cause is not outside, it's inside. Inside the thoughts you repeat automatically every day, inside the vibrations you emit without noticing. Change the mind, change the vibration, change everything. Don't fool yourself into thinking superficial positive thoughts are enough. Real vibration is created when thought, emotion, and action align in absolute synchronicity. Visualizing a new car while feeling financial despair creates tension, not manifestation. Feel as if it's already yours, act as if it's already yours, think as if it's already yours. Only then do you convert desire into matter, because the universe responds to pure vibrations, not empty hopes. When you begin to apply mentalism correctly, you perceive the invisible patterns shaping your destiny. People, circumstances, and even accidents aren't at random. They are vibrational echoes of your own mental field. If you understand this deeply, you stop being a victim of circumstances and become the absolute conductor of your reality. Every time you feel fear or doubt, ask yourself, does this vibration serve my creation, or does it keep me trapped? The answer will guide your next action. Vibration is the universal language, and you're speaking it constantly, even without noticing. Every word you say, every thought you hold, every emotion you allow transmits a signal to the universe. It's an invisible radio tuning you into matching experiences. Learning to speak this language requires discipline. Observe what you emit, cut negative vibrations and reinforce clear intentions with pure emotion. The problem is most people believe in scarcity, limitation, and randomness. But the law of vibration destroys all of that. You attract what you vibrate. There is no mistake, no bad luck, only frequency. Every person you envy or admire is just a reflection of what you have not yet elevated within yourself. If you want to attract wealth, happiness, or health, you must create the corresponding vibration first. This cannot be negotiated with excuses or rationalizations. One of the greatest traps blocking manifestation is anxiety. Anxiety is vibration of lack. It is disordered force, mental chaos. When you feel anxious about the outcome, you create resistance, and the universe mirrors that resistance back to you. The supreme technique is conscious surrender, feeling as if you have already received it, without waiting, without begging. Simply existing in the frequency of the desire. This is true mental alchemy, turning desire into pure vibration. You must understand that the human mind is not linear. It operates in simultaneous layers. Conscious thoughts, subconscious beliefs, and emotions interact constantly. Manifestation happens only when all these layers converge into a single, clear vibration. Otherwise, you attract fragments, crumbs of reality, and frustrate yourself. Mastering mentalism requires observing, aligning, and purifying every inner layer. There is no shortcut. Discipline is fierce. Every morning, every moment, every breath is an opportunity to recalibrate your mind. Train detailed visualizations. Feel intense emotions as if the reality is already yours. Adjust every rising thought. Small deviations and sabotaging thoughts can be fatal. The intensity and consistency of your practice determine the speed of your manifestation. The law of vibration is ruthless, but fair. It doesn't judge, it simply responds. If you vibrate despair, you attract despair. If you vibrate clarity and confidence, the world responds. Every failure you experience is a message. Your vibration is not aligned. This is the turning point, the moment to study your mind, recognize blocks, and correct them with conscious action. Manifestation is not magic. It is applied mental science. Every step you take with mental alignment generates a wave that crosses invisible dimensions and restructures your reality. It is aggressive, absolute, visceral. You must feel this in your body, mind, and heart. If you still believe positive thinking is enough, wake up. Only intense vibrational practice produces results. Your attention is the most powerful fuel in existence. What you focus on grows, but not passively. Every focus needs intention, emotion, and persistence. You cannot disperse energy. You cannot hesitate. Every mental distraction is lost vibration. Every moment of clarity is an advance in commanding the reality you want to create. Internalize this truth. Reality is reflection. People, situations, and opportunities appear because you emitted a matching frequency. Don't blame the external world. Don't wait for signs out there. Manifestation is direct. Mental alignment plus pure vibration are instant creation. This is the alchemy Thoth taught. Becoming the absolute master of yourself and the field you inhabit. Never underestimate the power of emotion. Intense emotion moves universes. Thinking is only half, feeling is the other. Every time you experience joy, gratitude, or confidence as if the desire were already real, you release waves that cross dimensions and materialize the invisible. This is not theory, it is deep practice. And every moment of inattention is a lost opportunity. The mind resists change, but persistence turns resistance into momentum. Every time you identify a pattern of scarcity, doubt, or fear and correct it with clarity and visualization, you accelerate manifestation. The universe does not negotiate, it only responds. Here is the raw truth. Mental discipline is everything. Everything else is distraction. The final secret most ignore is that mentalism and vibration don't act only on your desire, they act on you. As you align thoughts and emotions, you transcend limiting patterns, reprogram your perception, and become an irresistible creative force. Each thought is a brick, each emotion the mortar. Build your world consciously with surgical precision, and nothing will resist you. Now imagine that everything you tried to manifest and failed at was not failure, it was preparation. Every block, every frustration, every doubt was calibrating your vibration so that the moment you understood mentalism completely, everything you desired would become inevitable. The depth here is brutal. Once you apply the law, nothing becomes impossible again. Do you see now that all of this is about frequency? Everything that exists, from a stone to a star, vibrates. You are energy. Thoughts are energy. Desires are energy. Aligning that energy is more than intention. It is conscious action in the invisible field. Train your focus, purify your emotions, and watch the world bend to your vibration. Every wasted second is a lost opportunity. There are no excuses and no shortcuts. To manifest, as Thoth taught, you must operate with intensity, precision, and full awareness. Every thought must be examined. Does it serve your goal or your limited ego? Every emotion must be calibrated to match the frequency. Do this correctly, and you will realize nothing and no one can stop your manifestation. All manifestation is reflection, pure reflection. Nothing confusing, nothing chaotic, nothing random. You create, you decide, you vibrate. The universe doesn't interfere, it responds. And every time you realize this, you feel the absolute power of your own mind. This is not belief, it is applied occult science. Understand this now. Manifestation is not waiting, it is creating. Every unfulfilled desire is an invitation to mental discipline. Every visualization, every emotion, every aligned thought speeds up your reality. Master the law, master the vibration, master what you call reality. Don't wait for signs, permission, or timing. Act now in the mental and emotional field and watch the impossible become inevitable. Feel the urgency. Every distraction is lost vibration. Every wasted moment is opportunity slipping away. Mental discipline must be fierce, visceral, non-negotiable. Turn your routine into constant training. Every thought, every emotion, every breath must serve the manifestation of your desires. You are beginning to understand the invisible pattern behind everything: mentalism, vibration, manifestation. This triad is the supreme weapon few know, but you are about to master it. Every technique, every insight, every daily practice is a step toward controlling not only your reality, but the very flow of the universe around you. What do you choose now? To keep living in the illusion of chance, or to assume full responsibility for the vibration you emit and the world you create? Every hesitation is wasted energy. Every moment of awareness is brutal acceleration in manifestation. The choice is yours, but remember, the universe responds only to pure vibration, complete alignment, absolute mental discipline. Do you feel it? The power is already in your hands, but it demands vigilance, practice, intensity. You're not here to play with positive thinking. You're here to master vibration and mentalism and accelerate your reality to levels you never imagined. With every breath, every moment, you are calibrating the universe. The question is, will you let this opportunity pass unnoticed, or will you seize it with absolute force? The first revelation you must absorb is that reality is not solid. It is malleable, shaped by the frequencies you emit, even without noticing. Everything you call destiny, luck, or chance is merely a reflection of what your mind and vibration have silently created. When you understand this deeply, every thought becomes a weapon, every emotion becomes a bridge, and every desire becomes inevitable when properly aligned. The practice begins with absolute awareness of what you emit and ends with the transformation of the world around you, because no universe can resist the pure vibration of a being who has learned to master mentalism. There is no need for external effort when internal alignment is perfect. You likely believe that action is what moves the world, but action without vibrational alignment is noise. When you mentally concentrate every fiber of your intention and make it vibrate as if it were already reality, physical action becomes merely a consequence, an inevitable reflection of a reality already manifested within. This is the invisible point that separates those who desire from those who truly manifest. The paradox is that the more you control your mind, the less you try to control the external world. You observe the desire, feel it as if it were real, and allow the universe to organize the invisible elements needed to make tangible what you have imagined. The common mind's mistake is believing it must force or convince the world. The law responds only to what vibrates with clarity, intensity, and absolute persistence. Every moment of doubt creates a fracture in manifestation. Every moment of alignment is a silent explosion of creation. The next step is realizing that your emotions are invisible transmitters, more powerful than any thought. Joy, passion, intense confidence, when felt as if they already exist, are vibrational codes the universe reads and executes. Contrary to what the limited mind teaches, feeling before having is the fastest path to having. This shift in perception is not theory, it is living, tangible practice. Every moment you feel as if it is already yours, you accelerate manifestation in ways that make linear time bend to your will. There is no manifestation without absolute presence. Scattered thoughts and fragmented emotions are like cut wires in an electrical circuit. The energy doesn't flow. Training the mind to remain in the present moment, aligning intention, emotion, and the physical sensation of the desire already fulfilled, creates a force field that repels external interference and attracts results with mathematical precision. This total control of inner focus is the key many ignore, but it is the hidden secret of true mental alchemy. You must understand that the universe operates in patterns that seem complex but are direct and ruthlessly logical. Every vibration you emit receives an immediate response in another dimension, even if you don't yet perceive it physically. This means every repeated thought, every emotion you nurture, creates invisible waves that intertwine with the fabric of the universe. Awareness of this process is what transforms manifestation into practical science. The subconscious mind is fertile soil, but filled with invisible seeds of limiting beliefs. Every doubt, every fear, every feeling of scarcity is a vibration planted years ago. To manifest desires, you must intentionally cultivate this field, removing unproductive seeds and planting vibrations of confidence, clarity, and unwavering expectation. Each daily mentalization practice is not mere repetition. It is the remodeling of the vibrational field that sustains your reality. Imagine that every thought is a note in an invisible symphony. If one note is out of tune, the entire music becomes distorted. Harmony between thought, emotion, and physical sensation is what makes the symphony of manifestation play perfectly. The greatest illusion is believing intensity is enough. Intensity without coherence is noise. Absolute coherence turns your mind into an instrument and your reality into a tangible melody. Vibration knows no morality or judgment. It responds only to the frequency you emit. Do not deceive yourself with ideas of deserving or fairness. These are human constructs. If you vibrate desire and confidence, you attract. If you vibrate fear and doubt, you repel. Every second you observe this law and apply it consciously is advancement in the absolute mastery of mentalism, because you stop reacting and begin creating with surgical precision. There is a brutal truth. Manifestation is not just about creating what you want. It is about transcending what you believe limits you. Every perceived barrier does not exist outside you. It is the reflection of an internal frequency. Every time you shift your thinking, adjust your emotion, and feel the correct vibration, you tear down invisible walls, open doors that once seemed sealed, and accelerate the materialization of your boldest desires. Discipline is fierce, but invisible. There is no external recognition, no medal. The reward is the transformed reality itself. Every morning, every breath, every conscious thought is training. Neglect the mind and you neglect the vibration. Neglect the vibration and you neglect manifestation. The intensity of your inner mastery determines the speed of external creation. The greatest difference between those who manifest and those who fail lies in their perception of time. Manifestation is not linear. Believing you must wait or follow rigid steps is to ignore the non-linear nature of vibration. A mind that understands mentalism knows that each perfect alignment, even if only for seconds, can create effects that defy temporal logic. This perception completely changes how you act and how you feel. Focused thought is only half the process. Feeling the desire as if it were real with absolute intensity is the catalyst that triggers waves of manifestation. Every false emotion, every doubtful expectation, every fear disguised as prudence corrodes the vibrational field. The supreme practice is to feel, visualize, and vibrate with such intensity that the universe has no choice but to respond. Do not underestimate the simplicity of the law. It is direct, absolute, ruthless. What you vibrate, you attract. Every time you observe your thoughts, calibrate your emotions, and feel as if you already have it, you accelerate creation. This is not philosophy, not wishful thinking, not belief. It is concrete, daily, meticulous practice. Every external action is merely the reflection of what has already been created internally. Attention is the scarcest resource you possess. Every mental distraction dilutes vibration. Every precise focus amplifies it. To manifest with maximum speed, you must obsessively observe your thoughts, feelings, and intentions. Correct deviations instantly, and remain in the correct frequency until the desire becomes inevitable. This level of discipline is what separates masters from dreamers. You must understand that vibration operates in simultaneous layers. Every conscious thought, every subconscious impulse, every bodily sensation is part of an invisible field generating results. Full awareness of what you emit and what you desire is what transforms manifestation into absolute precision. Every adjustment, every alignment, every moment of conscious perception alters reality irreversibly. There is no waiting for the right moment. The right moment is created the instant your mind, emotion, and vibration align. Every second wasted in doubt or hesitation is a lost opportunity. True mastery requires creating the moment, bending time, and generating results at a speed that defies all human expectation. When you realize that everything is energy, everything is frequency, you also realize nothing is limited. Every external obstacle is an internal reflection. Every perceived limitation is miscalibrated vibration. Correct the inner world and the outer world shapes itself effortlessly. Because the law never fails, it only responds. Awareness of your own frequency is the key that unlocks instant and inevitable results. Every time you master a thought, transform an emotion, and adjust the physical sensation of the desire, you create a wave that crosses invisible dimensions and reshapes your reality. Manifestation is not linear, not slow, not random. It is living, visceral, absolute science. You do not wait, you create. You do not observe, you vibrate. The universe does not negotiate. It responds with surgical precision. The mental field is sacred territory. Every interruption, every doubt, every dispersed energy compromises results. Mastering mentalism is building an inviolable space within where only thoughts and emotions aligned with manifestation exist. This mastery is invisible to most, but for you, who is learning, it guarantees extraordinary results. Now I ask you, can you maintain this frequency even when everything around you seems to conspire against you? Can you feel the desire as reality even when the world screams the opposite? Can you be patient and intense at the same time, calibrating every thought and emotion as if your very life depended on it? You are beginning to realize that manifestation is not about getting, but about transforming your very perception of what is real. Every desire is a dormant frequency within you, waiting to be awakened with absolute precision. When you adjust your thought, feel as if it already is, and maintain your vibration without compromise, The universe responds with a fidelity that surpasses any logic. The external world is only a mirror of what happens in the invisible field, and your ability to master that field determines how quickly the impossible becomes inevitable. What most people ignore is that mentalism is not theory, it is flow. A flow that requires observing everything, every thought that appears, every impulse, every flicker of doubt or hope. The human mind is an arena, and the vibration you maintain is the force that decides who wins. If you allow distractions and fears to dictate your frequency, you create a fragmented field that repels manifestation. But if you control every mental breath, every emotion, every point of focus, you become the absolute conductor of your own creation. Think of vibration as the invisible signature you imprint on everything you desire. You can imagine, you can feel, you can act, but if you don't imprint absolute coherence, nothing materializes. Coherence is so powerful that a single aligned emotion can move entire dimensions and reorganize probabilities in ways no one else can perceive. Most seekers ignore this and complain about the lack of results, not realizing that the error lies in the absence of harmony between mind and emotion. The law of mentalism reveals that everything that exists is mental. This means that every obstacle, every resistance, every delay is a direct reflection of unresolved internal patterns. Manifestation is not about creating something out of nothing. It is about removing everything that blocks the frequency of the desire. Every limiting belief, every fear, every silent doubt must be observed, confronted, and transmuted. Only then does the vibration of the desire become compatible with the universe. Do not underestimate the force of a desire felt with intensity. Feeling is the invisible catalyst that turns thought into reality. The mind without emotion is weak. Emotion without control is chaotic. When the two unite and vibrate with absolute alignment, what once seemed impossible begins to manifest effortlessly. That is when you realize manifestation is not driven by external effort, but by internal precision. There is a common mistake, trying to control how manifestation happens. The law does not operate by human methods, it operates by frequency. When you release the how and maintain a pure vibration, the universe organizes the perfect invisible sequence. Every attempt to force things externally is a sign of internal misalignment. Mastering mentalism and vibration is learning to let go while simultaneously creating with absolute intensity. The subconscious is the invisible foundation of your reality. It holds seeds planted throughout your life, many unconscious, many limiting. Every pattern you haven't yet recognized creates interference in manifestation. The work is not merely to desire, it is to recognize and reprogram the subconscious, creating space for the desire to occupy your frequency without resistance. Vibration does not judge. It responds with fidelity, joy, gratitude, absolute certainty. These are frequencies that accelerate manifestation. Fear, doubt, anxiety. These are vibrations that delay, block, and distort. The deception lies in believing you must deserve or work hard to receive. The law responds only to what you vibrate, nothing more. Every adjustment in frequency is a step in the science of creation. You must understand that repetitive thoughts are not neutral. They are invisible currents that shape your life. Every repetition of fear or doubt strengthens the limiting pattern. Every repetition of confidence and the felt sense of the desire already fulfilled strengthens manifestation. The secret is consistency, intensity, and awareness. Without this, mentalism becomes only a concept and not a transformative practice. When you master vibration, you discover that time is malleable. Desires that once seemed distant can manifest in moments when the internal frequency is perfect. What once felt impossible becomes inevitable, and every step of internal alignment generates results that the ordinary mind would call miraculous. Time bends to your frequency, and you become the author of your own reality flow. There is no waiting for sign. The universe does not signal. It responds. Every moment in which your mind and emotion are aligned is both sign and response. Every instant of hesitation is resistance. Every instant of alignment is acceleration. The secret is absolute awareness of your own frequency, because manifestation is the direct reflection of your present vibrational state. Daily practice is intense and invisible. Every breath, every thought, every feeling must be calibrated to align with your desired manifestation. Tiny distractions can create fissures. Tiny consistencies can create explosions. Every morning, every breath, every thought, every sensation must be calibrated. Small deviations create fissures. Small consistencies create waves of manifestation. The law always responds, but it demands precision, attention, and alignment. With each internal adjustment, the speed and intensity of manifestation increase exponentially. There is no manifestation without conscious surrender. Surrender is not giving up. It is aligning completely. It is feeling the desire as reality without clinging, without anxiety, without external control. Every moment of conscious surrender accelerates results in invisible, silent, inexorable ways. Conscious surrender is the invisible weapon the universe responds to without question. The universe does not distinguish between past, present, and future. The correct frequency alters entire sequences simultaneously. Every aligned thought, every calibrated emotion, every adjusted sensation creates results that defy linear perception. What once seemed distant or impossible becomes inevitable. Awareness of this changes everything. Time, space, and outcome become malleable in the correct vibration. The mind is the territory. Every impulse, every sensation, every thought defines the field. Every adjustment creates invisible waves that reorganize reality. Observing and calibrating is the only way to accelerate manifestation. Attention is the sword, emotion is the shield, and internal alignment is the invisible battlefield that determines who wins, you or the illusion of chance. You must understand that every mental and emotional repetition acts as reinforcement or sabotage. Every repeated negative thought creates resistance. Every repeated aligned thought creates acceleration. This practice is not superficial. It is deep, invisible, and intense. A single correct adjustment can shift the entire sequence of events around you. Alignment is not linear. Every moment of coherence creates exponential effect. Every small adjustment creates invisible waves of results. The external world is the direct reflection of the internal frequency. Observing, adjusting, feeling, and vibrating are simultaneous and inseparable steps. Invisible discipline is more powerful than any physical effort. You see now that manifestation is the direct result of absolute frequency. Every emotion felt, every aligned thought, every sensation of the desire already realized accelerates everything. The more intense, the faster, the more inevitable. The energy you maintain defines the speed of transformation. Every moment wasted in doubt is a lost opportunity. Every moment of coherence is silent, powerful creation. Now I ask you, can you maintain this frequency even when everything around you seems unclear? Can you feel each desire as reality, each emotion as fuel, each thought as an invisible strike upon the fabric of creation? Can you remain absolute, constant, and intense, even without seeing immediate results? Become a member of this channel, because by joining you, gain access to exclusive content, deep Hermetic practices, and initiatory experiences that accelerate your inner transformation. This is the space for those who want to dive into ancient wisdom and rise into a higher level of consciousness. Feel every word, every breath, every intention resonating within you. Thoth's wisdom does not arrive as an answer, but as a mirror, and now it stands before you. What you are about to learn will transform your vibration and your reality in a way that is invisible, yet absolutely inevitable.